Once again, timekeepers and timepieces. This is Archipelago, and I'm your host, Time Prince Kronos. In today's episode, I have randomized 13 different games, playing something old and new. Alrighty, now that I've established exactly I'm doing today, let's talk about how. Because let's be perfectly honest, normal people do not do this to themselves. Okay, funny intro out of the way, here are the rules for Terraria specifically. So, this is not just any Terraria, this is Terraria the Calamity mod. It adds thousands of new items, dozens of new bosses, and it goes way beyond the Moon Lord in difficulty. As such, I'm not going to be going with my typical squishy summoner build. I'm going with a full tanky melee powerhouse for this attempt. My goal is to beat all the way to the end of the game and beat the Exomechs and Supreme Calamitous, the end super bosses of the game. Alright, the rules for Paper Mario and the 1000-Year Door in Archipelago is simple. Everything is randomized, from the shine sprites to even your companions for the journey. Our goal is to get all 7 crystal stars and defeat the Shadow Queen behind the 1000-Year Door itself. Once we complete this game and its journey will be completed. The rules for this Sonic the Hedgehog Adventure to Battle Archipelago will remain pretty much the same. We have to get enough emblems combined to unlock the final hazard boss fight and beat it, and then beat Green Hill. But there are a few things added to this rando that make it harder than the others, because when it comes to games I've played before, I did make them harder, such as Terraria being in the Calamity mod. This one, I have almost doubled the amount of checks, because all of the Big the Cat cameo spots that you can see are now also checks. Alright, this is Ty the Tasmanian Tiger, a game that's set place in Australia. Now, our goals for this game are to find the magical four MacGuffins, and find any bits and goodies, carry him all the way to the final boss, and beat his brains in with a good old Aussie boomerang. Now, goals aren't too hard, because this is the first time I've ever played a toy randomizer, but for the most part, you need to understand, this is my 100% file, so I can show a few things. There are different elements to boomerangs. They allow you different problem solving. Machine's not working, you zap it. Need to get across water, you phrase it. These are our primary objectives, is to get all the different boomerangs, because each one's a different problem solving tool that lets us beat the game. So, without further ado, move on to the next game's rules. The rules for Microsoft Paint as a randomizer is simple. Currently, I only have the square tool, and my goal is to recreate the picture in the middle on the left. I have no colors, I have no shapes, I only have squares. And I have to get as close as I can. I have to get 70% accuracy to beat, quote-unquote, this game. But every time I get 1% closer to making an accurate depiction of that image, I get another item check. It's simple, it's easy, but I am no artist, so it's not easy. This is Mario & Luigi Superstar Saga for the Game Boy Advance, and the rules for this one are simple. With our abilities, items, and key items randomized, we have to find a way to save Princess Peach from Bowletta. Our rules for Hollow Knight are as simple as they come and as easy as they could be, except they are far from easy, and give me depression just to think about it. You see, I'm not just beating Radiance, oh no, dear viewer, I'm doing something more. I'm beating the entire pantheon of Hollow Knight ending. The entire pantheon. That's the ending I'm going for. Not only is it random, not only is it chaotic, I have to do the single hardest ending in order to make it count. So, the rules for Celeste are simple. as you're trying to climb the mountain, there are many things that you can use either with or against you, such as these springboards that boing you up. However, the ability to use some of these mechanics has been locked. So, in the actual save file, this spring won't work until I unlock the ability to use the springs. This is the same with everything in the entire game. My goal is to collect 50 strawberries and make it to the top of the mountain. Can I do it? Will I survive? Or will I go crazy trying to beat 13 games? My goals in Metroid Prime are the same. Find all 12 Chozo artifacts, defeat Ridley, and then defeat Metroid Prime. However, these small tweaks that I have made makes enemies a little bit harder, myself a little bit weaker, and door color rando is on. So that door might not be blue. It might be red, and it might need a missile expansion to open it, otherwise known as the flamethrower. So that is the extra goal added on to make Metroid Prime just a little bit harder. So, the rules for Subnautica are quite simple. I have no blueprints. The blueprints are the random item checks. My goal is simply to survive Subnautica and leave the planet on the rocket ship, after saving the entire planet from the Karar bacteria. But with all of my blueprints randomized and being able to build nothing at the start of the game, that is easier said than done. The Messenger is a 2D action platformer where you go back and forth between the past, the present, and the future to save the world as a ninja. My movement abilities, locations I can travel to, permanent and temporary upgrades are all randomized, as well as key items and collectibles. My goal will be to find as many as I need in order to open the music box, which is the final dungeon of the game. Wind Waker is quite simple. It's the same as it was last time. Find all 8 pieces of the Triforce, get the Master Sword to max power, and go fight Ganon. However, I've made it harder by adding treasure charts, the enemy platforms, and submarines to the mix, making at least 100 more checks. Is it painful? Yes, but it's something I chose to do to myself, so I'm going to live with it. The rules for Dark Souls 3 are as follows. Beat the game. Kill the Lords of Cinder, collect their souls, and then go to the first flame and kill the big bad evil guy. However, there are 2 main things that hiccup that now. I have turned on enemy and boss randomization, which means anything can be anywhere and they will destroy me immediately on sight. The second thing is I've enabled the DLC, which means Slave Knight Gale and Dark Eater Midir are now in the mix to be randomized literally anywhere. So this is going to be fun. Let the party begin. Okay, with all of those all laid out for you, here's how this is going to work. We're going to start with Terraria. Gosh. Send Moonpool Fragment to Subnautica, to the depth timeline. What is stop hammer time? Obtain your first hammer. Okay, so these first 2 checks are going to be really easy. There's a reason why. Can I turn this off? Okay, I can turn Revengeance mode off. Okay, so we're not going to have Revengeance mode on immediately, but the reason why we're starting with Terraria is, well, let's say you're playing something like Zelda and you get a check. Woo, it's a bow. Excellent. Sent a mushroom to the bro timeline. Okay, so let's say you're playing, Zelda. You get an upgrade, it's a sword. Woo, you can now deal more damage. You're playing Metroid. Awesome, you get more missiles. You're playing Terraria and you get the wrong check. Suddenly you're in expert mode and you're wearing wooden armor. So that's kind of the thing that I'm a little worried about right now, is the fact that I could just accidentally slap something incorrectly and all of a sudden the entire game is now vastly more difficult. For that reason, we're going to be starting here, so that way I can at least get some basic beginner gear before everything goes to complete chaos. Throwing bricks. Might as well go with that. Oh gosh. Floodlight. Floodlight to Subnautica. Okay. That's not awful at all. I don't think there's a single game which can go poorly if I start with Terraria. Which is why we're starting with Terraria. No. No. To build doors. Now, I'm not too confident in my ability to make rapid progress, as this is Terraria, this is Calamity Mod, and this is an Archipelago. It is the triple threat of you won't make progress for quite some time. Mainly because I'm going to be dying in cheap little ways. But, no hobo. Sent the bazooka over to SA2, the Sonic timeline? Excellent! Oh, the ability to break metal boxes the moment I get to SA2 is actually kind of big. That's kind of huge. And I should have everything I need to go and die horribly in this direction. Onward. If anything exciting happens or if I die in a funny way, you will see it. Oh, Milton the Merchant has arrived. Good for you, Milton. Oh dear. There's just desert lava. Ah, yes, the classic desert lava. I love to see desert lava. Alright, we sent a Mask Shard over to Hollow Knight by mining my first bit of tin. Jungle is so close to my house. That's not a bad thing. The jungle has so many opportunities for great progress in it, but they will also murder me instantly if I let my guard down. Like this thing. Oh my gosh, that's half my health. Zombies out of the way. Loot the chest, loot the chest, loot the chest. I dropped money. At all? Chocola Cola to paper timeline. Chocola Cola to the paper timeline. I legitimately thought it was Chocola Cola from the Bros timeline. Hold on, here's a check. Here's a check right here. Golden chest. Golden. Okay, so we have sent a golden cock to tie a Tasmanian tiger, and we managed to get a magic mirror out of that. That's excellent. That's just wonderful. And Yoshi? Wait, the Yoshi? 1,000-year door, I just get the Yoshi? That's so broken. He's like the best partner in the game short of like Vivian, but Vivian's more survival. Oh, I have Yoshi already. Oh, that's gonna make traversal so much easier too. That is such a good check. And that was just surviving a night? That's excellent. That is just full-on excellent. I love that. That was amazing as a check. Oh, heart crystal. Heart crystal, heart crystal, heart crystal. There's a throwable bundle of vine ropes. Hi. Okay, and then... Heartbreaker. Black Eye Orb. Ooh, okay. Black Eye Orb got sent to Dark Souls. That is a quest item. That is necessary for one of the side quests, which is now bringing me a small amount of concern about why I'm getting that so early. Also a small amount of concern with a golden chest in the middle of nowhere. With no rock. Okay. You know what? I'll take it and not look to gift horse in the mouth. And I will... Do not look a gift horse in the mouth. Do not look a... Uma's speed build by their guts stat. Treasure Scope sent over to Sonic Adventure 2 from having full armor, top to bottom armor. That's a pretty easy check. That is done already. Make the cooking pot. Found the crimson. Not that it took long. Ow. We're looking at something exciting here. As soon as I smelt all these bars up, 200 throwing knives, a heart crystal, and 5 normal potions. Ruthless monstrous knives. Throws a spread of melee scaling health steel knives, which should help me stay alive longer. Sent a Bilby in the bridge on the River Ty level. Okay. This sent Grub to Hollow Timeline, vehicular manslaughter. I accidentally squished a bat with the minecart. Okay. All the money in there, drink the gravitation potion, there we go. Ooh, this will allow me to get into orbit. Oh yeah. Forgot about the big Drayden lab. I'm just gonna use this to drop rope all the way down. I'm gonna touch the ceiling. And star piece. Okay. Okay, honey. Star piece. Yep, here he goes. Okay, let's see how good these knives do. Not doing great, but they also heal me, so... Oh, the star's doing numbers. Okay. Okay, you knocked me back down, but... a few good hits will do him in. Okay. Beanstone number 5 sent to the bro timeline. Okay. Okay, new plan. Catch all of the wildlife in the area and turn it into delicious food. Owls are edible. Right? Owls are not edible, it appears. I have more bunnies to make into stew. The bunnies get for existing in a state of existence. The more bunnies that spawn, the more food I get. It's either that or I turn them into bombs. Excellent, now it's daytime, all the birds have come out. I can throw them directly into the cooking pot, where they belong. Oh, wait, hold on. Oh. Monarch wings? Just by finding a fairy? And then break this. Okay, it's very simple. I got a missile expansion. I got a weapon I can't use. Means I have all of the food that I need in order to make the minor well-fed power. It gives me 2 whole defense. Ooh, butterflies. I really need the goblins to invade at this point, because they've broken shadow orbs, or the hearts at this point. Goblins could invade. If I could find the goblin tinkerer and start combining things, I could have the ninja climbing gear already for 1. Hey, look, a squirrel. I could catch that and eat it. Okay, if I can find some silt, I can get a diamond. That should be my next goal. I think now that I'm full gold armor-wise, I could, in theory, go to the jungle. Underground jungle. Oh wait, it doesn't matter if goblins invade. The goblin army counting as being beaten is a check. Oh, which means I can't get the goblin tinkerer until then. I'd need that check in order to get Goblin Tinkerer. Okay, best I can do is try and make the storage by trying to get a bunch of silt and trying to find a diamond. Like, that's all I need is a diamond. I don't need this bass, so I can fit the tin ore. Also, as a quick tip, if you want to give yourself light really quickly, mine a chandelier and then place it back down and relights it. Oh, that's a rock. Okay, wait. Wait. That is not sapphire. That's diamond. That's all of my crafting in one spot. Now, I can store 240 items between all of these. And collect stuff. That way I can generate light underground, that way I can look underground. I'm going to use that to go into the jungle to find more jungle stuff. Okay, this is not going great. I'm low on health and slowly dying to poison. Oh no! What did that hit? The star. The star hit a hive. The star hit a hive through a wall. The star hit a hive through a wall, and now I'm in a boss fight. Yeah, I was wondering when that was going to happen. It wasn't an if, that was a when. Queen Bee has killed every player. Gee, I wonder why. Heart crystals? Ooh, a house. Wait, this is a really good location. Like... Ooh, this is a really good location. I might make a jungle house down here, because this could count very easily for, teleporting down here. It's a good spot. It's out of the way. It's near nothing. It means it wouldn't compete with anything for prime real estate. Are these both valid houses now? Housing query. Housing is suitable. Housing is suitable. Excellent. I can walk back. Urchin is now here. Hello, sir. What do you have? Money collector. Please don't. Cthulhu. Please. Please, I'm just planting things. I'm just planting things. Nope. He doesn't care. Okay, we're doing this. Okay. Now, luckily I have the Bast statue, so... But this is expert mode. I mean, technically I am at the power tier to be able to fight him, but this doesn't feel right. I'm gonna do screaming mode. There it is. There's the mode that I hate. Well, I don't know. With Magiluminescence and the Hermes boots, I'm actually able to outspeed him. No, I should probably stop trying to get up there. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna do it. Just need to make the stars fall a little closer. Oh my gosh. Sent an emblem to Sonic. Okay, eye on me. I have managed to kill the Eye of Cthulhu without any preparation or arena. A little eyeball, buddy. A little eye, buddy. I'm at 35. I only need 5 more worms. 4 more. 3 more. Okay, I have officially used the first hint of the run, and that is to find out where my goblin army post state is to get the Goblin Tinkerer to show up, because the next big part is the ability to combine accessories. That's kind of what I need, is the ability to combine accessories, and that is found in the Excess Express, which is Chapter 6 of Paper Mario and the 1000-Year Door. Luckily, it is an open world randomizer, which means I do not need to progress through the game to reach Chapter 6, and I can go straight there from the start of 1000-Year Door. But because there is very little else I can do with max HP, max armor, and max accessories currently, I will have to be moving games. So, I'll see you over in Paper Mario, the 1000-Year Door, where I can go grab the post-Goblin Army state, and then I'll be right back into Terraria, because I'm not quite at the place where I'd be okay with expert mode deciding it's suddenly enabled. Alrighty, now the first check, the literal first check, was Goombella that you get at the start of the game. It was Goombella. So we have Goombella and we have the Yoshi, but that is it. That is all, folks, that we have. Now, we do know that we are looking for a little certain something something in the XS Express. That would require getting past Tasty here. Now, no matter what you do, you cannot actually get past Tasty. So, we need a new contact lens, which requires going into the shop. How many coins do we start with? Start with 100 coins. Okay. Better than nothing. Okay. AP item. That's a strawberry for Celeste. Witch's Locks. Dark Souls. Aggressive canvas height. Oh! Okay, that is for Microsoft Paint. A Who Bean. Star Piece, and another strawberry. How do I stock the contact lens? No, the contact lens is not in. The contact lens is not in. Oh no. Okay, let's see here. Okay, there is no way to actually skip that, so the only thing we can do is try and get other checks, and either hope we get lucky, or we can find a few extra things before we move games. Okay. I know there's an easy check here, back here. AP item. Great. What is that? Post-Giant Clam for Terraria. Okay. Post-Giant Clam isn't the worst thing in the universe, because we need Giant Clam dealt with. Actually, that was the next... one of the next mini-bosses, actually, that we could have gone towards. So that's not the worst thing, because that allows us to instantaneously just progress. That would be a little worrying, though, because... that would make it now my problem. Is that a good thing or not? I don't know if that's a good thing. Go back here and get this AP item. Cyclops engine fragment. It's not bad. Oh, these are all normal. Huh. Those are all normal badges. Okay. I guess I can go down into this item shop and actually start sending some checks. You need strawberries. You do need strawberries. Witch's Locks, I don't remember if that's a quest item, so it's getting sent over. Aggressive canvas height, I don't need. Who Bean, I don't need. Strawberry, I will need. Okay, so that's 2 strawberries to Celeste, because I need, I think, 50 of them to actually beat the game, quote-unquote. It's one of the requirements, is 50 of them. Let's head down to the docks and see if there's anything there I can find. I can see what this guy needs. Yeah, Dazzle. Dazzle. Sure. AP item. What did I just get? Colonist seal. Shine Sprite. Okay. Okay, according to Pop Tracker, there are 5 more items I can get. Oh, I have the hammer, okay. Oh, item number 1 is right here, because it does randomize these. Okay, this is an item. Golden cog to tie. Item, ooh, storage key 2, Glitz Pit storage room. Okay. Ultra Syrup to the Bros timeline. Oh. AP item. Fragile Greed to Hollow Knight. That's not bad. It's not very helpful because it is fragile, but it's an item. Okay, so this is last item in the sewers. Knuckles Shovel Claws. So we have Rouge Treasure Scope, Tails Bazooka, Knuckles Shovel Claws. That's a pretty good case to me that we're going to be needed pretty soon. Okay. Boost Ball! I don't have Morph Ball, but now I have Boost Ball. That is actually a huge boon. And then what is this? Hard Way. Okay, an Attack FX badge. That looks like a normal Shine Sprite, but is it? It's a Whack-a-Bump! Excellent! What are these two items? They're piece 1, they're piece 4, and a Shine Sprite. However, I don't think I have any way of getting back once I've gone back there, so that's a soft lock. That is all I can do, actually. That is all I can do. So, it looks like that is all for Paper Mario and the 1,000-Year Door. So, I will see you over in Sonic Adventure 2, where I have quite a few things I can go collect. Okay, so, starting off in SA2 now, we have City Escape as one of the levels, which means it's going to be our first level. With Blaze the Cat this time.
I've got this.
Oh yeah, we got an invincibility immediately.
Block all major roads and capture the suspect.
I do find it amazing how well the Blaze the Cat model is actually, like, made. Like, you could have told me this was canon in the game and I would have believed you. I do find it sad that, like, Blaze basically got zero attention after the Rush games. But she's a good character. At least I find her a good character. I could have added the animal pipes too. I chose not to, and I'm so glad that I did. That would have been a nightmare. But I know where everything is, so I will show you what those checks are, as I'm quite excited to see what they are myself. Chow box. Oh, it's now an actual item. Ooh. Star piece to Paper Mario. Gotcha. The Avalon. Okay. Heavy crossbow. Triple shots. I like it, I like it. That is Conjugator Machetes to Dark Souls. Okay. A lot of Dark Souls items in Sonic. I mean, not a lot, but like I've checked 3 items and 2 of them are for Dark Souls. That's, you know, pretty weird. Now, I'm curious on how we're going to do the big cameo for this one, because it's in the middle of the truck chase. So I don't really know how that's going to be managed. We can skip doing the little swinging by just doing that. And that is Sellsword Armor. Okay, now it really just is majority Dark Soul checks. That's 3 out of 4. Right, I can't get the upgrade right now. I can get the Cat fishing spot, though. Oh. No, 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 hold. What? Oh, okay. Soul of Slave Knight Gale. Once again, another Dark Souls item. Once again, another Dark Souls item. What in the world? Okay. That is 80% Dark Souls items so far in Sonic. By the way, I just want to point that out, that we're currently at 80% Dark Souls. I really don't want to go Dark Souls this early. Okay, Path of Resilience to Ninja Timeline. Okay. Metal Harbor. I can do a shocking amount of Metal Harbor without the actual upgrade. Might not be able to finish it, but I can do most of it. Checks are checks, right? Point of Aranda. Good to know that you're invincible, though, while you're doing the big fishing. That was big. Great Sword of Judgment. More Dark Souls. Brigand Armor. More Dark Souls. Wait, those aren't even Sonic shoes. Those were... Okay, Missile Expansion. We finally have something that's not Dark Souls. And then if you do a spin jump dash, then a normal dash, you can actually bypass needing these shoes. Second Chow box is right in here. And what do we got? Tube mode. Okay, tube mode isn't great without paper mode, but at least it's there. Tube mode's actually not that bad. That's for a second there. He was kind of glitching into the treasure chart. Okay. Okay, we have now caught all the fish. More green blossoms, 2 Dark Souls. More Dark Souls items. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. You actually don't get the check unless it's a C or higher. That's how I made SA2 harder. You have to get at least a C on the mission in order to actually get the check. So that's gonna come back to bite me in the behind real quick. Oops. I'll try that. Pumpkin Hill is possible with Shovel Claws. Pumpkin Hill is fully possible with Shovel. In fact, the Shovel Claws themselves is another freaking Dark Souls item. Okay. Okay, another logo item is Sword of the Lords. Soul of the Lords. Mushroom.
Yeah, this is
Okay.
perfect.
Where's the big spot? No, wait, I know where the big spot is. I know exactly where the big spot is for this map. I'll get it really, really quickly. And then go and get some of the other checks. Mainly beating this level fast enough. Big is behind this wall. And there he is. And Big's fishing is progressive power beam. Oh, that's charge beam. That's big. That's big, big. From Big. Excellent. And that is...
Select a stage.
Ink Clouds. Oh! Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. Dry Lagoon you can do without any issues. Good first item. Charm Notch. Refreshing Herb. Rose. Not even a single whiff of emerald, though. Well, it's probably underwater then. Nope, it's not. It's up on this pillar. It's beeping already. I know exactly where it is. Right after I get the emblem. I got an emblem. And then here to check to see if it starts beeping. And it does immediately start beeping. I remember this one from the first time. It's right here. Aggressive canvas height to artsy.
Perfect.
Alright, that's fair.
Select a stage.
And the check for 100 rings on this level is
Select a stage.
Sonic's Light Shoes. Oh. Okay, that opens up a few different things. Let's go find Big real quick. What you do is you approach this turtle and then you grab on, which I never knew was a feature. Although I think I found this once as a child. but he's right there. Okay, there's the big location. Ultra Glide fins to Subnautica. That's gonna be pretty dang helpful by the time we get there. Unless it's just the blueprint, but either way, it's pretty helpful. Alright, so that's all we can get from this level.
Select a stage.
Can go back to Metal Harbor and get a better score.
So.
It might have been so-so, but it was enough to get the Butcher's Knife over to Dark Souls. And you'll be stuck at 99 rings until the very, very end of the level.
All right.
Alright,
Can't complain.
what is that? Ice Thunder Egg to tie. Okay. Eternal Engine. Oh. No, that's the Picknails. Golden Cog down under. There should be a Chow box here. A Boss Essence of Gorb to Hollow Knight. Okay. Oh, I see. You have to get as high as you can. Easy enough. Shadow's Mystic Melody. That would be more excellent if a single Shadow level were unlocked. Boss Essence of the Soul Tyrant. Okay. Wait, no, that was the Gold Beetle. Got it. Star Piece to the paper timeline. Not worth it.
Select a stage.
One thing left is Route 230 or 280. So I'll let you know what the 3 racing levels turn into. Okay, so we are looking at race 1 being Soul of the Twin Princes and the Earth Seeker to the Dark Timeline. Alright. Oh, I forgot it also keeps track of your time for these. Geo Chest for the Junk Pit. Okay, so that's some extra money. Can't do the Egg Quarters. Hidden Base is a no-go. Eternal Engine is a no-go. Dry Lagoon. Can't do anything with that one. Pumpkin Hills Chow boxes, actually. I can go check both the Chow boxes. Okay. Shine Sprite. I can upgrade Yoshi. Oh, there it is. Knuckles Air Necklace. Not that useful, but it will be. He was so cute. Why was he evil? He was so cute. With all avenues tried, exhausted, and thoroughly gone through, we're moving on to the next game. So I'll see you over there when I decide what it is. Alrighty then. We land in a Hollow Knight with a fiery new appearance and all of our mods enabled. We already have double jump. We have a Hollow Knight crest, or a Hollow Nest seal, rather. We have Fragile Greed, and I believe a single grub, if things are to be believed. But I'm feeling a little different today. And in honor of Silksong, we're going to go with Daughter of the Stars as our skin. There we go. Star Hornet. Luckily, it appears our starting location is completely unchanged. Which is helpful for me at least, because now I don't need to worry about figuring out where the heck I am. Lore is checks. Lore is checks. Okay. I forgot I made the lore tablets all checks. That's fine. Mostly fine. Oh, we have a magnetic shield going over to Sonic, which is virtually useless. Unless there's 100 ring. No, I don't worry about my 100 rings. That'll be worthless. Climb timelines, swap blocks. So Celeste has more mechanics to work with now, which is great for me. This lore object, okay. Random. Okay. Area of the Fallen is Dark Timeline's brass armor. Okay. I'm gonna be ready and set to go as soon as I get to Dark Souls with some good armor. But the enemy randomization is still making me a little nervous for that. Welcome to Dirtmouth, the fading town where everything sucks. Shark Tooth Necklace. Okay, Shark Tooth Necklace is not necessarily worth anything because it's a farmable item. Star Piece. And Dark Timeline's heal, literally the heal spell. I've gotten more spells. Cleric build? Wait. Wait, hold on. Hold on. What did I do? I am a fool. My hubris. We will be seeing hold B to focus for a long time. Because I added the heal ability, oh it's gone now, to the randomizer. I cannot heal without a bench. I cannot heal in Hollow Knight without a bench. I am a fool. Why did I do this? Dragonoo's Cavern Big Key. Okay. Dark Timeline's Large Soul of a Deserted Corpse. Okay, what is this? Ooh, an Estus Shard. That's actually incredible. Piece of a Heart. Bro Timeline Mushroom. You want to be a bro, but all you have is shrooms. Post Pirate. Gosh, what happens post Pirate? Well, I mean, that doesn't happen until post Wall of Flesh, so I don't need to worry about that because that's not going to cause anything. I think that'll be the next thing I get in Terraria. Is the next time I hint, I'll hint where expert mode is so I can avoid it like the plague. The longer this goes, the more and more Dark Souls just like, hi, you miss me. I have items. You made me full of items. Some items. I'm just like, no, I don't want that. Like, I'd sure be a lot more aggressive if I wasn't worried about literally every decision doing permanent unhealable damage to me. I just had to challenge myself to do it harder. I had to add healing to the focus. And the stupid randomization pool. Nice loot, bro. Alright. What do you have? What's in you? Golden Cog. Dark Gem. Shoe Spikes. Worthless. White Fragment. Not worthless. Triforce Shard. Absolutely necessary. Strawberry. Necessary. Great Chaos Fire Orb. It's a spell. Not the most worthwhile thing. Prawn Suit Fragment. I don't know if the amount of Prawn Suit Fragments is exact, but it might be. Okay, so Libra has a few items that I could definitely use then. I can save Slime, make my way back up towards Dirtmouth, and see what stuff he has in store for me. Piece of a Heart. Worthless. Completely. Are right here. Let's see what they are. Additional palette. Full the name of soldier. First attack? Wait. I can't first attack? No, I can preemptive attack. This is a badge. Unstable granite cores, a Terraria thing. Raspberry. Legging. Muscle badge. Alright, I guess I'll buy more art palette. Now I have more colors. And then I will go back down to the stag. Then I can ring this and take him up to Dirtmouth because there's one final check. Okay, by the lever. Right there. Okay, it's looking more and more like a faith build, frankly, because I have heal and greater lightning spear. The cleric build is real. Thought I have benchmark because I'm kind of locked in here now. Alrighty, so that's everything I can get in Hollow Knight. That means 4 out of 13 are now Burger Kinged. So I'll see you over in whatever we pick next. Okay, I'm gonna try and get at least a few checks through Microsoft Paint, so we're gonna do that. That's the best. That's as good as we're gonna do, I think. Yeah, hopefully they gave me stuff. I don't have anything else to do. Oh. See, it's not very helpful for me. Yeah, that should get at least like 3 checks. Okay, I figured out how to make colors. 0.7. 10.7%, boom, I am an artist. That's at least like a few checks that I can send over. That has given Eggman his large cannon, the resting ground stag, a bilby, and a mushroom. So 2 permanent upgrades and 2 little collectibles. So that's not bad. It's not the worst thing. Well, if I finally get to play an Eggman level, I'll be able to handle it. Alrighty, and now over at Thai, we have the wonderful, amazing archipelago all ready to go. We start with only 1 boomerang, but we have a few bilbies, 3 golden gears, and an ice thunder egg, which is what Australians call geodes. And no, I'm not going to be playing the entire game with an Australian accent, despite the fact that I probably could pull it off. Mainly because it hurts my throat to do for extended periods of time. But I'm going to hide all of the little login info windows on my side. And there we go, and have the item tracker on screen. Okay, so now, try to give this a second to load. There is the item tracker. So you can see in top right corner, Archipelago, you have the login box to keep Archipelago running, and then you have all of the item trackers. So that is Thai. So with that, we can actually start the randomizer for Thai and go into the Australian Outback and start making some checks there. Starting with the first level, 2 up. Press to enter. Just press Y. Press Y to enter. Okay, so the bilbies are their own thing. There is a check for each of them. There is a check for finding all 5 of them in a level. There is a check for the time attack, for collecting 300 opals, the golden gears, and each of the thunder eggs.
I found you a second boomerang.
Our goal in this level is to get the second boomerang, which in and of itself is a check. And I do believe I have progressive rangs turned on, so the first time I actually find a boomerang, it'll give me the ability to use the second one. But here's our first archipelago item. This is actually a really good model. Just looks like a GameCube model. It's great. I like this. Progressive level, 2-up rock jump. Progressive level. Oh, well, that means I've unlocked the second level in World 1, which means I can actually make more progress. Excellent. Man, it's so trippy playing the game from my childhood as like an archipelago randomizer. Like, this is beautiful. I love this. Bilby. Bilby is just a Bilby. No, wait, hold on. Cyclops Bridge Fragment. Okay. Interesting. Okay. Okay, I like that. I like that. Interesting. The golden gears are just bright yellow lemons. I have found the lemon stash. Soul of a demon. Okay. I realized why I was having an initial trouble is, Archipelago shortened my using the phrase down under timeline to Timmel. And that's why it wouldn't connect me correctly. Ooh, Titanite Shard. That is really good. Cell Key. Ooh, the Cell Key. That's a progression item. Ram Gauntlets to Dark Souls. Okay. Bilby Mum. Oh, Mum's the word. No. I am gonna be stuck, though, if I cannot reasonably get the second boomerang. That will be an immediate Burger King, and I will have to turn around. An Emblem to Sonic. Okay. I mean, even if I Burger King here on level 1, the first level, that's still like 7 more games. Rancid Egg to Hollow Knight. Excellent. Blimp Ticket! Ooh, Blimp Ticket. I still need to be able to get to the other side of Rogueport, but that's Chapter 3. That's pretty much the entirety of Chapter 3 locked behind that one item, because I also have another key from Chapter 3. The Thousand Year Door is looking like it is heavily leaning towards me going to Chapter 3. What just happened? If, like, they're where they're supposed to be. Progressive Rang! Progressive Rang! I now have 2 rangs! Progressive Rang allows me not only just to throw 2 boomerangs, but I can also glide with them now. Allows me to get up here a little early. But I'm going to continue going through the level normally, but that is excellent. Progressive Rang gets me such good things. And then the rangs go, continuing down the progression, swimming, diving, and then the Aqua Rang. Shadow's Air Shoes. Okay. Not bad. Okay. I forgot if I turned on Murray signs or not, because doing that can be made into a check. And since I've never done a tie rando before, I didn't want to turn everything on for, you know, craziness sake. I could have. I'm not that crazy, not yet. If I do a third rando and add more games, maybe I'll do that then. Simple Key to Hollow Knight. Not bad. Lots of good checks, actually. And since I already have progressive levels, I can actually make quite a bit of progress. I can do almost 2 entire levels with what I have right now. Also, I do want to take this moment real quick to do a little bit of a shout out specifically to X McAcut on the Time Modding Discord for helping me figure out how to get the randomizer all straightened away. So I don't know if you'll ever see this, but thank you so much for the help you gave me that day, and if you do end up watching the video, I hope you enjoyed it at least. Alright, there's the second boomerang where you're supposed to get it normally. Now it's going to be a check. He can now rule over Australian Camelot. He pulled the boomerang from the stone. Bean Brooch. Okay. Ellipse. Okay, so that's another Microsoft Paint tool. Okay, fair enough. Extra life. Very nice. Hammer gloves. Knuckles is getting all the upgrades today. Metal boxes, beware. The Echidna's got hands now. Piece of a heart. Not bad. Also, anyone that has ever had a boomerang and tried to ledge pull themselves with a boomerang will know that is not something that's possible unless you have an immensely strong boomerang and an immensely strong self. Rubberfly's Elegy. That wasn't a half. Who beamed the bros? Sellsword helm and small leather shield. Okay. And the reason that happened is because I had found all 5 bilbies in the level, so it was the bilby, which is a check, and then the reward for finding all 5 of them, just the second check. Morn's Ring. I think that's for sorceries? Longbow. Just a longbow. Okay. I see on the tracker A1, A2, A2, A3, and then a blank one. I'm imagining the blank ones are the bosses. Green Blossoms to Dark Souls. Alright. That is... and I didn't turn pictures on. I don't need to worry about those. But that is every single thing in World 1, or Level 1 that I can go grab. So moving on to Level 2. Just crossing off checks left and right. This has actually been great. This is amazing. So, let's go back to Rainbow Cliffs. Alrighty. Okay. Plenty syrup. Worst thing in the world. Yeah? Oh, Whispering Root. The Crystal Peaks. Okay. Fair enough. Prawn Suit Grappling Arm. I am not complaining at all about that one. Progressive Canvas Width, which is nice, instead of Canvas Height. I was going to make an infinitely tall painting, but now I can actually make it slightly wider. Means I can probably do better than, you know, 15% accuracy. Ooh. I will gladly take an opal magnet. Bomb bag capacity upgrade to Wind Waker, which is hilarious considering I don't have bombs yet. But boy, when I can have bombs, I will sure have a lot of them. Aha, I knew there'd be something back here. Freed's Great Scythe. No, no, don't make a repeat of Dark Souls 1 game. I don't want to do another Freed's Scythe build, despite the fact that it completely decimated the game. And Soul of Cinder. Yes, I remembered what he was called. I'm gonna jump down here, because I have a sneaking suspicion there's gonna be something. Hey, would you look at that? Something. Emblem? Never complain about having extra emblems. And we're looking at... Item Hog? Is that a badge? I think that's a badge. Item Hog. Is that the one that lets you sometimes keep an item even after using it? Or does that make items more likely to show up? I can't remember. I'll figure out when I go back to Paper Mario. The Archipelago item box is a little bit bigger so I can actually see that. Treasure chart, which will be an item check in the future. I get the grappling hook. Because, oh boy, treasure charts are just a check that leads to another check. It's basically a delayed check. Star piece. Okay. Whipped is walk in the park. I understand. Refreshing herb to the bros. Height. Rusted gold coins. I mean, I guess that'll be kind of useful if I'm trying to get item luck. Actually, that begs the question. So, there's a Bat Lady in this game as, like, one of the, like, mini-bosses. And, like, why is she a person and, like, able to think, and these are just animals? Like, where is the distinction? Like, what causes certain animals to gain, you know, biped status and, you know, intelligence, and these are just animals? Why are the frilled lizards able to operate heavy machinery, but gators are just gators? Or crocs. Ah, thanks for the Archipelago item. Super syrup. Okay. Progressive rangs. Alright, now I can swim. That's great. That's great news. Now for one of the hardest enemies in the game. turkey. Raspberry and energy tank. Okay. I'm not going to complain about there being an entire energy tank. I've also gotten progressive power beam, so Twinkling Titanite. Nice. Almost. I think I'm almost at the point where I'm confident I can go to Dark Souls and not immediately explode. But Metroid will probably be the next game. Okay. It has become a large soul of a deserted corpse. How I feel after chasing the turkey around. Ultra high capacity tank. Okay. I am not going to be complaining. That was a close one. Good things those respawning boulders were there.
Here, Possum.
No worries.
By the way, I found this at the creek. You want it?
Shoot Ripper!
AP item.
I better get a move on. See you soon, Possum.
It's just a golden cog. Okay. Silver rupee and conchic eater boots. Oh, silver rupee. Alright, that's an incredible amount of money immediately. I'll be able to go into Wind Waker and immediately buy everything. Defend plus partner to Paper Mario. Okay. And then timer challenge. And spiked shield. Not even really worth it, to be honest. Exit level and go back to Rainbow Cliffs. Alrighty, we can go check to see if we have enough golden gears for something. But aside from that, unless this is another level, like another progressive level check, that's all we can do in Thai for now. So with those checks completed, that is all for this time. I hope you enjoyed. Leave a like, leave a comment, don't forget to subscribe, and we'll see you next timeline.